Namaskar everyone and welcome to the another episode of Babylon Kidcast. I'm your host Roshnee, a teacher here at Babylon National School. Today I am with two wonderful and hardworking students of our school. They are none other than SE candidates. So today we'll be knowing about their plans and strategies and their experiences of being in grade 10. Without further ado, let's welcome them on this show. Hi, both of you. How are you doing?
We're doing fine,
And how nervous are you?
very much, because it's our
Same.
first time.
Okay, so it's we are just having a casual talk about you, only about you. Okay.
Okay.
So first of all, could you please give short introductions to our audience?
Okay.
Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Roshnee from grade 10A1 and I've been studying in Babylon for almost 12 years now and I live in Santinagar, Kathmandu.
Hello everyone, it's me Saloni, Balika. I study in class 10A1. I live in Lalitpur, but currently I'm living in school's hostel.
Okay, that's great to know you, and I'd like to welcome you in today's episode.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So, how was your day? How is so you recently had your pre-qualifying result, and how did it go?
I wouldn't say it was that great. It was very bad, honestly.
So what made it bad?
There's so many subjects that I'm very weak at, and especially for OMAT. Not only me, most of my friends also failed. So, like everything was just very bad that day.
That's it.
Yeah.
So what's your experience of the result day?
It's not that much good. Uh, I got fail on CMAT and OMAT.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's very tough, that two subject for me.
Okay, so it didn't well for both of you.
No,
Yeah.
it didn't. It's very hard.
Okay, I see that. Now, moving forward, your examination is coming up, your essay examinations, yes, and it is considered one of the important examinations of our life. So, how is the preparation going on?
For me, it's very tough. I've been working on being more focused on one subject for right now, which is OMath, because it's the only subject that has been like very hard for me to get good marks. Other than that, I can pretty much pass, but the marks are very low, and I've been trying myself to get good marks on every subject because SE is very near, and then I need to get serious because all the like pressure that I've been getting from my parents and from my family, and both my teachers and even my friends are telling me to study seriously now. So I think I need to really, upgrade my, yeah.
Okay, so how is your preparation, Saloni?
It's good. I'm giving extra time to my studies to get good marks to achieve my target grade marks in SE. Yeah, it's good.
So, I like to know the daily routine of essay candidates. So, how is it like?
So I wake up around 6. Most of the time, my mom wakes me around that time, but I always, like oversleep. So my mom wakes me around like 3 times for me to hear, and then I wake up around 6, sometimes 6:10, 6:20, and before I wake up, like I oversleep always, and my mom wakes me around 6:30, no 6:20, and then I wake up and then I do all my like brushing teeth and all those necessities before I need to leave my home, and then get dressed, braid my hair, and then finally go out of my home, and that's what I do. And then throughout the day I'm here at school, and then I reach home around 6:30, and I like to wash my like leg, and then wash my hand, face, and then eat a little snack before eating dinner. And then I like to go to my like my room, and I like to like sit there for a minute and think about what I did throughout the day. And then I like to go my gadget as well for 1 hour, like screen time. And then after that, I try to study. I try to revise everything what I've learned throughout the day, and after that I eat my dinner and then I sleep around 10. Like I'm gone around 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Saloni, since you mentioned that you'll stay in a school hostel, would you mind telling us the daily routine of your hostel life?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, we wake up at 5, and I take 15 minutes to get ready. And after getting ready, I go to the study hall and revise the uh, revise the
Course.
course, like, yeah. And after that, we uh, we will go to have the break breakfast of morning, and after that we go in school to study, and up to 3:30 we study there, and after that up to 4 there is a short break time.
Mm-hmm.
That time I sometimes play or sometimes revise some revise the or practice the CMAT or OMAT, and after that we will have the tuition,
Mm-hmm.
and up to 5:30 there will be tuition,
Mm-hmm.
and after 5:30 I go to hostel and take 15 minutes to get fresh,
Mm-hmm.
and I change my dress, and after that start studying up to 7, and after 7 we go to have dinner, and after that uh, go to hostel and start studying and revising and doing the work given by teachers.
Okay, that's great to hear. No, yeah, it's great to hear that. Uh, since I noticed it's quite tight schedule. Yes, and you have been mentioning to revising and studying every time. But still, how did you manage to fail those two subjects?
Mm, I didn't give I didn't give that much attention in these two subjects, CMAT and OMAT.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I get failed. It's kind of hard to me.
Okay, everyone has like some subjects that we find quite difficult. We are not quite good at those subjects. That's okay. So, but improvement should be there. How are you planning to improve on those subjects?
Giving extra time for my studies and like tough subjects,
Mhm.
and I do some 2-3 questions of CMAT and OMATs to get good marks in both subjects and others also.
Okay, so and Roshni, what about you? I barely heard about your story plan in your daily routine. How much time do you give for your studies in a day?
So throughout the day, I'm here at school, but when I reach home around 6:30, I try to study for 3 hours at max, and for those 3 hours, I like to focus on math more than other subjects. Especially it goes around someday Sunday, like I like to go with C math, Monday O math, Tuesday science, and like Wednesday like social. This kind of like every single day I try to study different subject each day. So yeah, I like to give an hour, like 3 hour for studying, like just for studying. Sometimes more than 3 hour, maybe 4 hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have seen you guys appearing examinations even on Saturdays. So how do you feel about that?
It has both pros and cons to it because before this Saturday boost up started, like we could sleep for that one day, but since this like boost up started, we cannot sleep, and all like Friday night we have to go home and study rather than like throwing my bags around. Like I have to study. Like I cannot rest throughout the night being on my gadget or being with my family. Like I have to go to my room and study for tomorrow's exam. And apart from those, I think it's pretty good. Like tragedy, what like
It's good for you.
it's good for us because it build up our like ability of doing the exam. So I think it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good, bad at the same time, but I think it's good for us to build our ability of doing the exam for the upcoming boost pre-board. Yeah.
So, I'd like to know, is it same to be in grade 10 than from is it how what's the difference between in being in grade 9 and being in grade 10?
In grade 9, I can like freely, like don't care about this, but like after I reach in grade 10, I have to, like worry about what like the teachers think about me, because in ninth grade we can do like whatever we want, and like there is studying, but apart from that, like we didn't really give a lot of thought to our teachers, what they think about us. But once we reach 10th grade, I feel like all the like feedbacks are given by our teachers very to us, so important for me. So yeah, it's a huge difference between ninth grade and 10th grade. Even the core studying, and there's very different from grade 9, I would say.
Okay. At the same time, I would also like to know about your targeted GPA for this upcoming SE examinations.
My targeted marks for SE is 3.40, but I would like to get more than that. But I feel like 3.40 would be perfect score for me to target on.
Okay. And Saloni, what about you?
My for SC target marks, it's only 3.0. Like I think I only can do that much. That's why.
Is it? So, what do you think? In which subject you will get the highest GPA in the SE exam?
I think English or Nepali.
Why? So, are they your favorite subject?
Yeah,
So you are good at those subject.
yeah, not that much, but I feel that that's good for me.
Okay. What about you, Roshnee? In which subject you will get the highest mark?
I think it has to be English and then accountancy, I think.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what about the subject that you'll get little lower marks?
It's definitely O math and then C math and science, these three subjects.
Okay. And how are you planning to get how are you planning to achieve more marks in those particular subjects?
These days, I've been trying to give my extra more time to those subjects. And I go ask my subject teacher about the problems that I've been having.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have we have this time where we can, like relax for ourselves. In those remaining break time I have for myself, I like to go to my subject teacher and then ask the problems I have. And then I ask, he like helps me understand the problem, and then after that I like to recall what he just said, and then I try doing different problems, and I think that's been helping me a lot to build up more for the subject problems I'm having.
Okay, and Saloni, which are the subject that you find quite challenging than others,
Uh, Mathematics and computer.
and how are you planning to achieve good GPA on those subject?
Like by giving extra time than my other subjects to
Mhm.
get good marks in those my challenging subjects.
Okay, and you are in grade 10, and usually kids of this time usually most of the time they spend their time on gadgets and social media. Yes. So how much time do you spend on gadgets?
If I have to be very honest, then maybe like 1.5 hour probably. But I'm trying to. My mom My mom and I, we're both on like we both have this one thing planned out for me. Like I reach home around 5:30, and then I I get into my home outfit, and then after I get changed from my school outfit, um, my mom always give my gadget for like 1 hour. I go through my phone for like 1 hour, sometimes more than 1 hour. But these days I'm trying to completely ignore. I don't want to go to my gadget. So these days I've not been on my gadget. Like screen time is very low. So yeah.
So, Saloni, what about you? Since you live in hostel, are you allowed to go through social medias? Do you have any gadgets provided?
No, not.
So you don't have time, not even in a week.
Yeah, like Friday at night we just see a movie
Mm-hmm.
like for 1 hour,
Mm-hmm.
and after seeing we go to sleep.
But you
Oh,
guys are having like examination on Saturday morning. Are you even having these days
oh now
that facilities?
nowadays we are not having that facilities. We are not allowed to see the movies. Like we are only studying and studying.
Okay, so keep on studying. And being a student, what is the most important thing to have? What is the qualities that a student must have?
A discipline and a punctuality, I think.
So, how
Yeah.
much do you rate yourself?
Um, out of 10 for more discipline, 8.5, and for punctuality, I feel like 6 out of 10. Yeah, if I have to be honest.
So
Yeah.
you have already realized that you have to work on
Yeah.
those areas. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Saloni, what about you? What are the key things that key things you should have as a student?
Discipline or uh, respect and punctuality.
So how much do you rate yourself on those criteria
Like and discipline
out of 10?
out of 10, yeah. Same as our 8.5, and
Mhm.
punctuality like 5, and respect I give 10 out of 10.
Is it? Okay, okay, that's great to hear. So, by saying this, we are about to end this conversations. Before that, is there any questions for me?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, please go
So as you
ahead.
asked me how my life is as a student, I wanted to ask you same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But how is your life being as a teacher? Like how do you feel? Like is it exciting, like sad, like boring, annoying? Like what is it?
I love to answer these questions, and I
Yeah.
was wishing if somebody could ask me that question. Thank you so much for that. Actually, I'm enjoying my teaching life very much. I always wanted to work with education and the children. I wanted to leave positive impact on children. So I'm very happy with this profession. And actually, my teacher helped me a lot when I was a child, when I was a student, especially in grade 10. So she kind of indirectly motivated me, and I'm here. I'm happy. What I think is I'm contributing. Uh, so
So can I ask you who this teacher is of yours?
oh my God, I love to share about her. She was my mathematics teacher, and she was also my hostel warden, and we like back then in my school, I studied in a residential school, so see, we used to call head of house, not warden, and she is none other than it's Mira Gurung ma'am, and I have a huge respect. I really miss her so much, and I'm very thankful to her.
Okay.
So, is there any questions for you?
Yeah, since we have heard that you are really good student, and you live in a hostel.
Mhm.
Like, what's your experience that time?
Uh, my experience, I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thank. Sorry, could you please repeat the questions?
Yeah, since we have heard that you are a good student, like,
Uh-huh.
and you live in a hostel, yeah, and what's your experience being a hosteler?
As
Yeah,
living in a hostel as a student.
yeah.
It was a very good opportunity for me to be in hostel. I would say many people say that, oh, my hostel life is kind of boring and it is something that one should not go through. But I would say, in my opinion, it is different. I started my hostel life in grade 5, and I spent around 8 years living in hostel. And my teachers, my friends, and it was a residential hostel. It was a residential school, means that each and every student, whoever studies in that school, needs to be in that school, stay in that school. So I have a friends from all over the country. Sometimes, okay, if I do not have a batchmate of like Jhapa district, but there would be a senior or a junior from that district. So that means I got to know more about. I learned practically. That's what would I say. I did not go to the map to know the districts, but I practically learned from my sisters, my friends, and my seniors and juniors. Sometimes even from teachers also, and at the same time, since teachers would also be from different parts of the country. Not only that, I also experienced, like, I learned about the cultures most of the time from their story, my friend's story, my seniors' stories, yes. And first, for the first time, I learned about this Hopari Pratha from my friends, because he was from a Chand district, and usually the people from those areas are more quite strict than in my community of my community. So it was very good experience, and I would love to I learned so much, and I'm very grateful to be in hostel, to live in a hostel.
Sound like you had a lot of fun back then.
Yeah, we also we did a lot of things. I won't say that I was only a very disciplined and good student. We were punctual. Me and my friends were punctual, and at the same time we used to do some naughty things that our teacher that our which our teacher doesn't do not appreciate about. But still, we are kids and we are students, and
That's what
sometimes,
life is all about.
yes.
Yeah.
And so that's all about me and my hostel life. I really enjoyed it.
It sounds really fun. Wow.
Yeah. If I start talking about my school and my hostel experience, I can talk for a whole 24 hours also. So there are so many things, and I get confused. Okay, which things should I share? Things I should not be share about? So it kind of
Yeah. Yeah, we
at the same time phone also quite confusing.
Mm.
Okay, that's all from my side. Any more questions?
I would love to ask you more about that, but I don't think it should be now. But
Okay, we can
yeah. Yeah,
talk
we
about
can
it
talk
later
about it
on.
later on.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much, girls, for joining me and sharing about your experiences and the journey about being in grade 10.
Thank you, ma'am, for inviting us. Thank you very much. We're very delighted to be here as well.
Okay, it's my pleasure to have you here, and I would like to wish you all the best for your examinations.
Thank you, ma'am.
And
Thank you.
I would say, I won't say make your school proud, make your parents proud, but I would say make yourself proud.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
See you around.
Okay. Thank you.